Yes, I did. us allow them to truly be good men and leaders for others. May what we have learned from them enable us to be the same. Please help them to use all that they have learned here to make the world a better place, to serve others in true solidarity and kinship, to seek ways to help the poor, the marginalized, and those who are suffering, and to always seek the greater good. We know that some of them will experience pain and hardship, and we know that some of them already have, and we ask you to grant them solace and strength. Finally, Father, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to build our community with these young men while they are here. Though they are leaving our campus, we know that they will always be with us as part of the Blue Ridge family. And we ask that the bonds that they have created here remain strong despite any distance. We ask all of this in your name and in the name of your Son. Amen.
Good morning, and welcome to the commencement ceremonies for the graduating class of 2025. My name is Amber Wilkins, and I'm our Assistant Head of School for Instructional Programs here at Blue Ridge. And on behalf of the faculty, staff, and the entire Blue Ridge community, it is my honor to welcome you to rural but scenic St. George, Virginia. Today we gather as an extended community, not only to celebrate the academic achievements and personal growth of these remarkable young men, but to honor the dedication, resilience, and determination that have brought them to this very moment. Each graduate has traveled a unique path, some smooth and steady, others filled with unexpected twists and challenges. Yet through it all, they have kept moving forward. It is that perseverance that we celebrate today. This day is one of reflection and recognition, a moment to look back on hard work and forward to bright futures. More than just a ceremony or a date on the calendar, today marks a milestone. Today is a celebration, and there is so much to be grateful for. As the saying goes, behind every young person who succeeds is a community that believed in them. And today we honor that community and the incredible young men at its heart. As I look out to you all today, seeing this community come together is a powerful and joyful reminder of that truth. And as we begin this special occasion, I'd like to take a moment to recognize the many groups of individuals who have played a vital role in supporting our graduates throughout their journey. First, I want to take a moment to offer our deepest gratitude to the faculty and staff and to your families who have poured so much of yourselves into the lives of these graduates. You've done far more than teach. You've nurtured, you've challenged, you've mentored, you've forgiven. And most importantly, you believed in these young men every single step of the way. Your love, your patience, and your steady presence, all of it has helped bring them to this moment. They are ready to walk across the stage because of the time and care and the heart that you have invested in them. Thank you, and thank you again. To the parents, the guardians, and the families of our graduates, whether you've traveled from across town or across the world, whether you're here with us in person or joining us virtually, thank you. Your love, your encouragement, your sacrifices, they have been the foundation of your son's success. Your steady belief in his potential has helped carry him through the challenges, the doubts, and the turning points along the way. You've given up precious time with your boys, and you've trusted us to walk beside them in your absence. And that in and of itself is a tremendous act of love and sacrifice. And in doing so, you've given them something that will last a lifetime, a foundation that will carry them forward, not just into their next chapter, but throughout their lives. From all of us, thank you for your trust, your partnership, and your unwavering support of this school and this community. Thank you to our underclassmen who are taking part in this ceremony for the very first time in over a decade. Today, you walked alongside tradition, literally passing between the young men seated before you, your older Barron brothers. And as you watch them take their next step today, let their journey be a source of inspiration and a powerful reminder of who you are becoming and all that you are capable of achieving as you carry this legacy forward. To our distinguished guests, our Board of Trustee members, former faculty, and community supporters, thank you for joining us as well on this joyous occasion. Your presence here today is a testament to the collective pride and admiration we all share for our graduates. As I said earlier, it's a collective effort, and your encouragement and investment in their futures have undoubtedly contributed to their success as well. Thank you for believing in the power of education and your unwavering support of our academic community. And finally, to the graduates, the class of 2025, the moment is yours. You faced challenges, some you saw coming, others that caught you completely off guard. But through it all, you didn't give up. You adapted, you persevered, and you grew into the young men we're so proud of celebrating today. Now you stand at the edge of a new beginning, one filled with endless promise and possibility. And as you build into this next chapter, carry with you the lessons you've learned, the friendships you've built, and the spirit of this place that has helped shape who you are. Congratulations, class of 2025. Today we celebrate what you've accomplished, and we celebrate who you've become. Before I turn things over for our awards portion of the ceremony, I just want to give a few housekeeping and logistical notes. Bathrooms, if you need bathrooms, they are directly behind us in the New York Auxiliary Student Center. Ladies are on the right, gentlemen are on the left. There's also bathrooms here in Battle House. There are numerous coolers throughout the lawn with water. If you need a bottle of water at any point of the ceremony, just raise your hand and someone will pop over and grab you a bottle of water, okay? It does get hot out here, so please stay hydrated. If at any time you need medical assistance, right here is the First Aid Center. It's manned by our amazing medical team, so if you need medical assistance at any point throughout the service, you can just please go towards the First Aid Center there. And finally, at the end of the service, please keep the aisles clear. We will all process out, and then our seniors will actually disrobe, undress, and they will come barreling down the aisles and jump into the lake. And if you would like to leave Blue Ridge in one piece, I recommend stay out of the aisles, all right? Welcome again. Congratulations, graduates. Let's let the party begin.
Good morning. My name is Proctor Kerwin, and I serve as the athletic director here at Blue Ridge. I have the honor of presenting the athletic awards to 6 members of the class of 2025. A healthy athletic program is the sign of a healthy school. It shows strong student engagement, dedicated staff members, effective leadership, and a positive school culture. While we come from various backgrounds here at BRS and we may not agree on everything, the one thing we can all rally behind is supporting the Barons and maybe rooting against North Cross as well. This collective spirit helped us have another historic year in athletics. 3 conference championships, numerous all-conference and all-state performers, an undefeated football season, which was capped with a state championship win here at home. And 2 days ago, our track team winning back-to-back state titles. While the winning is exciting and great, the most impactful part is the memories shared in celebration of one another. Whether it was at Alumni Field cheering on the football team during the goal line stand, or the overwhelming presence of the Rowdies at Stab during a furious comeback win in basketball, or a home wrestling meet with a raucous crowd, or late Friday night when the track team returned to campus and they were greeted outside by their peers. All these moments display a supportive community that all shares in the victories. The class of 2025 was instrumental to the successes of this year's athletic program, and these 6 students were key pieces to a number of programs and demonstrated the ideals that we have and value here at the Ridge. The first award is the Billy Pace Award, which goes to the seniors who have shown a great deal of enthusiasm for the sports in which they played. The first recipient is an intense competitor who breathes that spirit into whatever sport he plays. As a captain on the soccer team and the leader of the defense, he was critical to our team's most successful year in over 15 years. You could hear him barking out commands and keeping his teammates connected. His efforts were crucial in the team reaching the state semifinals. Then on the basketball team, he was a key contributor, filling any role he was given and once again raising the level of intensity of his teammates. The first recipient of the Billy Pace Award is Lambert Broking. The second recipient is a senior who played a crucial role on the state championship football team. Playing offensive line is a position that does not get a lot of attention or glory, but any football fan knows how important it is to win the battle in the trenches. This young man was like a coach on the field, leading his unit to great success. He also led them in celebratory lineman dances, sometimes on the sideline, showing his ability to get people together. He was an all-state performer, a state champion, and an impactful captain. The second recipient of the Billy Pace Award is Luca Revlet. Next award is the Carl Fry Sportsmanship Award, which goes to the senior who has exhibited outstanding sportsmanship in all sports he participated in. This senior is a steadying force for whatever team he is on. He is a calm leader who teammates can rely on. He garners the respect from not only his teammates, but his opponents as well. He made the critical tackle on the goal line that kept Northcross from tying the game in the state championship. And then on Friday, he ran the third leg of the state title-winning 4x4 relay. That's pretty good. He is a true sportsman, both in character and skill. The Carl Fry Award goes to Isaac Dola. The next award is the Frank Pendleton Award, which goes to the senior who has excelled because of hard work. This senior continuously outworks his opponents, and while he may not be the biggest, he makes up for it in heart and grit. In the weight room, he pushed others to become better while also showing them the ropes. Coach Blaine describes him as a true weightlifter. On the lacrosse field, his hustle is clear, and he encourages his teammates to keep working. You guys figuring out who it is? Is that happening? His leadership and key role on the field was crucial in the 2024 state championship team, as well as this year's state semifinalist. Every team needs a guy like this. The Frank Pendleton Award goes to Jay Stilinski. Next up is the Stimp Hawkins Award, which goes to the senior who has contributed the most to the overall athletic program. People always say they've got that dog mentality, but few really live up to it. This senior is one of the few. On the football field, he was an absolute game changer. Whether catching touchdown passes, making interceptions and returning those for touchdowns, or delivering big hits, this guy was everywhere. He was the state defensive player of the year. In basketball, he was the ultimate glue guy, always providing sound defense, key rebounds, the right pass, basically doing all the little things to help the team win. Then in track, he was a state performer in the long and triple jump. He leaves Blue Ridge with 3 state championships. And while his athletic prowess is clear, he is humble, quiet, and just lets his game do the talking. The true sign of a class act. The Stimp Hawkins Award goes to DeMaio Hunter. lastly is the Athletic Directors Award, which goes to the senior who has contributed most to a program during his time here. This young man was a steady force for the basketball team over the last 3 years. As a 3-year starter, he was a 1,000-point scorer and all-state performer. He was consistent and reliable each year, leading the team to multiple conference titles and state semifinal appearances. More importantly, he was a great teammate and leader, and he displayed what it meant to be a Baron: classy, supportive, competitive, and a true leader. His presence will be missed as his contributions to the basketball program go way beyond his accomplishments, as his character has left a mark that will be felt for many years. The Athletic Directors Award goes to Colby White.
When pondering the wanderings of hedonistic Bedouins, squandering the launderings of flora in the meadows of the morning of all mankind, close beside the birth of knowledges, come undisputed notions of the oceanic colleges. I know you all and will a while uphold the unyoked humor of your idleness, yet herein I shall imitate the sun, who doth permit the base contagious clouds to smother up this beauty from the world, that when he please to be himself, being wanted, he may be more wanted at, by breaking through the foul and ugly mists of vapors that did seem to strangle him. Double, double toil and trouble, fire burning, cauldron bubble, filly of a finny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. I have newt, toe of frog, wool of bat, tongue of dog, adder's fork, and blind worm's sting. Hello, I'm Alexander Keeble, and I am an actor. So those were 3 different monologues from 3 different shows that I participated in when I was in high school. Theater was always a really important part of my life. And one of the things about participating in a play is that you tend to remember the weirdest things. So I was like 14, 15 years old when I had to memorize those, and they're still in there. I'm here today to present the DeAngelis Drama Award. The DeAngelis Drama Award goes to the senior who's had the most profound impact on the theater program here at Blue Ridge. I'm excited to present this award to a 4-year boy who's had a wonderful influence not only on drama, but also around campus as well. He's been an actor, a stage manager, and our right-hand man for many productions. Whether he's staying late to work on props and sets, arriving early to clean the stage, or locked in during rehearsals, this man leads by example. Mr. McDonald and I believe that he is a major reason for the success of so many productions throughout his time at Blue Ridge. Beyond the theater, this recipient is just an all-around great guy. I consider myself lucky to be within his orbit. I gotta stop looking at him. And to know him so well. He's grown as a student, as a performer, and as a person throughout his time at Blue Ridge. And I'm excited to see what he does next. The DeAngelis Drama Award goes to Oakley Fox.
Good morning. I'm Clay Crook. I'm the chair of the English department. The English Department Award for Excellence is given to the senior who performs throughout the year with the highest possible standards and achievements as observed by their instructor. This year's recipient's teacher, Mr. Blaine, observes of him. Simply put, he is the kind of person you want in the classroom. And I say person deliberately, because he is more than just an ideal student. His inquisitive mind drives him, and his curiosity motivates everyone around him. He consistently engages in thoughtful discussions with both his peers and myself, always taking time to genuinely consider other perspectives, even when he disagrees, and he often does. He can be firm in his views, especially when it comes to music. but his curiosity, integrity, and strong moral compass showed just how grounded he truly is. He brings sincerity to both his work and his relationships, holding himself to a high standard of honesty and vulnerability each day. In every way, he is like a mountain in the classroom, much like the mountains we are nestled in now, unwavering, quietly powerful, and always present. No matter the assignment or challenge, he delivers work that is timely, thoughtful, and of the highest quality. Join me in congratulating this year's winner of the English Department Award for Excellence, Alex Jones Aiken.
Good morning. My name is Georgia Holly. As this year's interim ELL instructor, I'm honored to present the English Language Learner Award for Excellence. The decision to attend a boarding school requires our families and our boys to make incredible sacrifices. For some students, deciding to attend Blue Ridge means that, in addition to adjusting to the quirks of boarding school life, they must also navigate a new culture and language. This year's recipient for the ELL Excellence Award came to Blue Ridge aware of the challenges posed by attending an American school with English as his second language. Admirably, he has used his experience to support and encourage other newcomers in our community. Often described as a quiet leader, this young man is kind, caring, and considerate. During his time at Blue Ridge, we have seen his confidence grow as he becomes a powerful advocate for himself. As an ELL instructor, I offer this student support with his English coursework. Even when faced with challenging texts and complex assignments, this young man approached his work with positivity, curiosity, and humor. On more than one occasion, as we read through 20th century literature together, the student would read a line, laugh, and say, "Oh, that's funny." I would do a double take, reread the text, and realize that he was absolutely right. There were some really good jokes in those old classics. I treasure these moments, as this student reminded me of the dynamic beauty of language. I'm proud to present the English Language Learner Award for Excellence to a young man with a strong character and impressive academic abilities, Jonathan Choplin Reyes.
Hi, it's me again. So my primary job here is I serve as the director of the Fishburne Learning Center. It's a pretty extraordinary and unique program. We serve about a third of the students here at the school, working on everything from college readiness to executive functioning skills to time management, and everything you need to be successful in life. The Senior FLC Award goes to the senior who has responded the most excellent way to the FLC program. This year, I'm proud to present this award to one of my students who not only has shown impressive progress, but who has also worked to earn strong marks throughout his years at Blue Ridge. This individual has not only mastered many important skills in preparation for college and beyond, but he's also an outstanding athlete, citizen, and outdoor enthusiast. His kind spirit mixed with his willingness to work hard have been essential elements to his success. He knows when to ask for help, and he knows how to support others. Whether he's flying down the mountain on a bike, spending hours on the wrestling mat, or preparing for a statistics test, this young man has the grit and determination to succeed. I'm proud to present the Senior FLC Award to Jake Samai.
morning. My name is Matthew Ritchie. I am the Department Chair of Spanish here. I am here to present the Andrew Proctor Foreign Language Award. So, learning of language is about much more than memorizing vocabulary and grammar rules. Consider, for instance, the fact that there are 94 million more native Spanish speakers in the world than native English speakers. Or that the U.S. has the second largest population of Spanish speakers in the world and is projected to be the largest Spanish-speaking country within the next 25 years. Learning a language, then, is about understanding and connecting with the world around us. And this aligns perfectly with one of the goals that is outlined in the Blue Ridge Curriculum Guide, that an education at Blue Ridge will prepare students to become global citizens, that a Blue Ridge graduate, quote, will want to learn not just about himself, but to actively seek understanding across lines of difference, end quote. And that is something that the world desperately needs. Both of the recipients of this year's Andrew Proctor Foreign Language Award clearly exemplify this mission. The first recipient of this award is a student who I've had the privilege of teaching for the past 2 years. Last year, this student's calm demeanor, interest in learning, and dedication set him apart in an otherwise, admittedly, very challenging Spanish 2 class. He's been an outstanding student this year in Spanish 3 honors and has consistently produced excellent work. For his final assignment of the year, this student very easily could have put forth just the minimal amount of effort and just skated by, but instead produced one of the best presentations that I've seen in my time at Blue Ridge. The first winner of this award is Johnny Garcia. The second recipient of this award is also a student I've had the honor of teaching for the past 2 years. He's a very thoughtful young man who enjoys the journey of learning itself. This student showed exceptional language skills in Spanish 1 and was able to move directly to Spanish 3 honors this year. Despite having skipped Spanish 2 entirely, this young man continued to excel in the honors class. Having taught in college prior to coming to Blue Ridge, I can objectively say the quality of the student's work is consistently what I would expect to see in a university classroom. I'm pleased to announce that the second winner of this award is Gabriel Caillou.
Good morning, everyone. Anyone a little cold out there? Feels like it's 46 degrees. Yeah. I had to give you guys one last joke. My name is Alex Dietrich. This is my 3rd year here. I teach history, and I'm a college counselor. And it brings me a lot of joy to present this year's James Neerberger Award. This award is given to a student who not only demonstrates a really impressive knowledge of history, but it also shows a really genuine love for it. If you're lucky enough to have known Jim Neerberger, it's pretty obvious why this award is named in his honor. He was a remarkable educator and an even more remarkable man whose impact on our community is truly immeasurable. I can confidently say that the student who's receiving this award today embodies many of Jim's outstanding qualities, mainly his ability to approach every conversation with kindness and a willingness to listen. When I first came to this beautiful campus a few years ago to interview for a teaching position, I remember telling Jim during lunch that I was going to teach a demo lesson to the freshman boys. His eyes widened, he let out a quick laugh, and then simply just said, "Good luck." I walked into the classroom shortly after that, not really knowing what to expect from the boys, but to my surprise, they were very involved in the material. In particular, there was one student who raised his hand for almost every question and chimed into the discussion enthusiastically. For the next 2 years, I jealously listened to my fellow history teachers brag about how wonderful it was to have him in class. This year, I finally got the opportunity to teach this young man, and he showed the same eagerness to learn as when I had first met him, but had clearly grown tremendously in his confidence and ability. Throughout the year, he consistently challenged both his peers and myself on almost everything. Definitions of political science terms, how certain data we were looking at could be misinterpreted, how our Western understanding of other countries and cultures could be misguided. In an age where a lot of teenagers barely pay attention to the news, this student would approach me outside of class to discuss current events and to research more about them in his free time. Just the other day, he sat in my office for almost half an hour and we chatted about constitutional rights. While I will miss having him as a student, I'm beyond excited to see how he continues to pursue his love of history at Denison University next year. It is clear that his interest in politics is not simply out of curiosity, but out of a desire to make the world a better place. The James Neerberger Award goes to Charlie Sirvi.
My name is Scott Tumpre. I'm a math teacher, and I teach the calculus and pre-calculus classes, otherwise known as the classes no one wants to take unless absolutely required to do so. So in my first year here, some of my students didn't quite understand what I was trying to get across. I wanted to teach them that anyone can do math. Not everyone in this graduating class is going to major in engineering or physics or math, but everyone can do at least a solid job at the pre-calculus level, or maybe even higher. Some students didn't quite agree at first, or at last, and I'm looking at some of my students right now who probably still think that way. But there are some students who really from the beginning, they decided, hey, this is a little tougher than last year's class, but Mr. Tom's the teacher, and I'm gonna try to stick it out. Well, one of my students in particular, I think he's gonna go somewhere in the math or science area. In fact, he's indicated possibly wanting to major in engineering. So, as I've told him more than once, when all your friends are going out during the week, you got to study. I have a lot of former engineering students, friends who started out as engineering students, and they want to go hang out with their friends Monday through Thursday. Well, they switched majors. But the guys who are willing to put in the effort and maybe go out on a Friday night and hang out with friends, that's what it's going to take, and I know that firsthand. So this young man was a solid student in my AB calculus class, and I guess the best thing I can say is we've all heard the platitude, nice guys finish last. Well, this is a guy who's a nice guy, and he finishes first, and I expect that to happen a lot. The winner of the math award is Jay Stalinsky.
Hello, my name is Forrest Burnett. I am the music teacher here at Blue Ridge School, and I am presenting the DeAngelis Music Award. It's been a joy this year to have this student in my music class. He's the only student I've ever had that knew more obscure 60s rock bands than I do. And he has an awesome voice, great piano and guitar skills. He puts a smile on the face of anybody listening to him. He's got a quirky sense of humor and has a great work ethic in practicing and rehearsing for performances. I feel music will always be a part of his life, and I'm happy that I was a part of his musical journey during his high school years. We've had some political discussions too. He likes to talk politics one time for over an hour in the music room. And we don't necessarily agree, but we listen to each other, and I really like the fact that he respects and listens to my points as I do him too, hopefully. So this year, the DeAngelis Music Award goes to Julian Perez.
Deidre Demery. I'm a physicist, physics teacher here. I've been here for 3 years, and I've had a pleasure to teach almost half of you physics, which is a lot of physics students. And many of you have done very well across the sciences. But the Science Department Award was decided based on input from each of the science teachers, not just me. And we're a diverse group with a range of offerings, and we see very different sides of you, all of us, and we're all very proud. So many of you have shined in science over the course of the 4 years at Blue Ridge, and deciding on just one person meant finding unique qualities that were clearly visible to all of us as a group. And this year, the person winning this award exemplifies persistence in finding deep understanding and working hard even when things get really difficult. And believe me, in AP Physics, things get pretty difficult. But all the while, this student keeps up a positive attitude. And believe me, it's been a difficult year for me, and this positive attitude carried me through almost every day. So the other thing that this student brings is an ability to bounce ideas off of peers and to really learn from others and to help others learn. It's been my pleasure to teach him this year, and I know these qualities will surely help him go far in life, and we're all very proud of you. So congratulations, Cameron Moses. Please come up and get your award.
I'm honored to be able to close out this phase of the awards with the academic awards, and I'm going to present the Scholarship Award. This award is given to the senior with the highest GPA in the graduating class, a reflection of consistent excellence, hard work, and dedication over the past 4 years. This year's senior class has been one of the strongest I've ever seen. You'll soon hear about the incredible colleges and programs that they're all heading to, which is a testament to the drive and talent across this group. However, this year's scholarship recipient is a 4-year student who made his academic mark early. In his first year at BRS, he was already enrolled in the highest level math class we had to offer, and he never looked back. His academic achievements have continued to impress us year after year after year, and he ended his senior year with a GPA of 4.3. Although I will say, AP Art History might have been his one academic kryptonite. This award includes a monetary scholarship, which we hope he'll use to continue pursuing his excellence, or at least to buy a good cup of coffee or 2 in college. I'm sure he will need it at Johns Hopkins for those late night study sessions. Please join me in congratulating this year's Scholarship Award recipient, York Yu.
York, 4-3. It's all right. So when Miss Wilkins asked me if I would be this young man's advisor for his senior year, I immediately said yes. It's Charlie Searby. There's no reason to delay. But 2 years ago, I would not have immediately said yes. Charlie was a mess. He really was. I mentioned it last night. He couldn't get to class on time. He borrowed like 140 pencils from York. Did he ever give any of those pencils back at all? I don't think so. So we were worried about him in some ways. He had to grow up a little bit, but in some ways he was already far beyond his peers in a lot of ways, and that was a tough class. We've already been through that, but he came through it after 9 months And he grew a little bit, but you could just already see that this kid had a lot of empathy and understanding of, you know, when someone was having a rough day or when somebody needed a lift up. He was already miles ahead in that in some ways. So when his mom actually called me earlier, or emailed me and said, thank you for taking over Charlie's advisorship, I was like, you know, that's no problem. And I actually said to her, I've always considered him one of the great Blue Ridge gentlemen. And he's been a great light that came out of that class. It's interesting because his real advisor, as I mentioned, is Mr. Cole. He, last year when we were picking awards, he was like, I was quiet today. But next year, Charlie Searby is getting an award. That was my Boston accent. I'm from Texas. That didn't work out very well. Charlie, come up and get your award. You've done a great job. And the SAR, Sons of the American Revolution, goes to Charlie Searby.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Barbara Grogan with the Albemarle County DAR. The National Society for the Daughters of the American Revolution is a patriotic organization that was founded in 1890 for women who had an ancestor who fought in the American War for Independence or whose ancestor helped in the patriotic battle for freedom. My own ancestor is a woman who actually underwrote the militia in the small town of Watertown, Massachusetts. So I'm really proud of that. But our mission is to support historic preservation, to provide education about our nation's history and the Constitution, to promote patriotic works, and to support our country's veterans, and also the active members of the armed forces. Each year, the Albemarle County DAR gives an award to students across the area for good citizenship. This year at Blue Ridge School, the DAR Good Citizenship Medal goes to a student who was chosen by your teachers and represents the qualities of honor, service, courage, leadership, and patriotism. I am pleased to present this year's award to Jackson McWhorter. Jackson, just for a minute, I'm going to embarrass you, but come up because we're going to tell you what your advisor, Mr. Hermanson, has said about you. Over his 4 years, Jackson has risen to accept challenges that face him and to seek out new ones. Notably, he asked to be prefect for the Middle North Freshman Hall, which is arguably the most highly trafficked and hardest hall to work on. He knew exactly what he was facing, and many of those students owe their success to his leadership. We see a young man growing in strength of character and dedicated to academic growth, a leader who others will follow. Congratulations, Jackson.
Good morning. My name is Garcia. It's my second year here teaching at Blue Ridge, and it is my honor to present the John L. Trimmer Citizenship Award, an award that is named for a man who dedicated many years to this school as our business office manager. Those who knew him described him as a pillar of our community. He was known for his kindness and thoughtfulness, his unwavering work ethic, and his quiet determination. He was deeply dedicated, responsible, honest, and dependable. Qualities that were the foundation of his contributions to our school. He held himself and others to high standards, always ensuring that what needed to be done was done. This year, we recognize a graduating senior who embodies these very same qualities. Over his 3 years here, he has consistently demonstrated exceptional citizenship within our school community. He has shown genuine kindness and thoughtful consideration towards his peers, faculty, and the wider school community, fostering a more positive and supportive environment for all. He has consistently juggled his responsibilities with grace, demonstrating remarkable diligence and integrity in every endeavor he undertakes. Whether serving on the Student-Faculty Disciplinary Committee or leading his teammates as varsity basketball and baseball team captain, he always strived to contribute positively and lead by example. Much like Mr. Trimmer himself, he may not always seek the spotlight or the fancy accolades, but his principled actions and unwavering commitment to our school speak volumes about his outstanding character and his profound dedication to making our school a better place for everyone. With that, it is with immense pride and a heartfelt congratulations that I present the 2025 John L. Trimmer Citizenship Award to a truly deserving young man, Colby White.
I'm honored to present the Edward McFarland Award today, an award that recognizes a senior who has quietly yet consistently embraced all that Blue Ridge School has to offer. The student may not always seek the spotlight, but through steady commitment, quiet strength, and a deep belief in the values of this community, they have made a lasting impact. Before announcing the recipient, I want to take a moment to reflect on the man behind the name, Ed McFarland. He served as headmaster of Blue Ridge School during the 1990s, a time when the school faced significant challenges, and through sheer will, resilience, and unwavering determination, he helped keep the doors of BRS open. He was a quiet leader, never one to seek recognition, but his presence was deeply felt, especially in moments when the school needed it most. Ed was the kind of person who stepped up without being asked, who carried the weight of both success and struggle on his shoulders so others didn't have to. His leadership wasn't loud, but it was powerful. It was steady, it was selfless, and it was unyielding. This award honors a student who embodies those same values: integrity, perseverance, humility, and strength in action over words. A student who didn't want the spotlight of leadership, but knew he still had leadership to give. A young man who leads by example, who cares for all of those around him, and who serves others selflessly with compassion and care. It's no surprise that his role in a sport that means so much to him aligns so naturally with his unique leadership style. The running back position, as I've often heard, is more than just a role. It's a symbol of resilience and perseverance. Running backs exemplify the idea that even in a sport as team-oriented as football, one individual can rise above challenges, take calculated risks, and drive the team forward through sheer grit and determination. Their ability to gain the yards in the toughest moments not only shifts the momentum of a game, but also inspires those around them. That kind of relentless effort creates a ripple effect, a spark that elevates the entire team's performance and belief in themselves. Darius Stafford has been a spark in this community, exemplifying what it truly means to lead with purpose and heart. He's never chased recognition or accolades. His commitment lies in being present for those who need him the most. And through his quiet strength and consistent presence, he reminds us that even the smallest spark can ignite profound change, lighting the way for others, uplifting those around him, and leaving a legacy of compassion, resilience, and impact. Congratulations to this year's recipient of the Edward McFarland Award, Darius Stafford.
Good morning. I'm Trip Darren, and it's my honor to present the Headmasters Award to a senior for outstanding contributions to Blue Ridge School. This young man barely made it through freshman year. but strong people learn big lessons when they make a mistake. When given a second chance, this young man seized every opportunity, and over the last 3 years has time and again amazed me with his growth, his maturational and physical growth. Deeply curious about the world and open to new experiences, this young man developed a strong sense of self over his sophomore and junior years. His superpower, though, is empathy, a power that he uses for good. And I believe that it was this important strength that led him to being elected prefect and to the Honor Council for his senior year. We knew his style of leadership would be a perfect fit for what is a challenging assignment, prefect on Middle West, the predominantly freshman hall. A shoulder to lean on, he helped these new students not only acclimate to living independently here at this boarding school, but to grow through all the challenging demands we make of students. Self-aware, a good friend, a person of immense kindness, this young man will go very far in life. He's also a gentle giant who benches more than Demetrius, hammers a porterhouse steak, and crumbles from an ingrown toenail. For making outstanding contributions to his school in countless ways, I am very, very proud to present this year's Headmasters Award to Oakley Fox.
Good morning. My name is Jack Warren. I'm here to present the Roy Petty Award to the seniors distinguished himself for unselfish service to Blue Ridge School. First, Roy Petty was a business manager at Blue Ridge. Retired in 1961. Roy was a World War I Air Service veteran and graduated from Ohio State University. He was a champion of mental health, constantly and frequently putting the needs of others before himself. And he was a staunch supporter of the school in moments of challenge. Historically, this award has been given to one person, but our faculty thought that there were two people that were deserving. So I'm going to start with Yorkie. I've already talked about York like 3 times this weekend, so I might repeat myself a little bit. But it was evident right away as a 9th grader that York would be a positive member of this community. I was fortunate enough to be a science teacher, and he's the kind of student that makes you feel like a really good teacher. I still remember his presentation on the effects of climate change at the end of his 9th grade year and our conversations afterwards, and he told me, oh, that was the best presentation I've ever done. The depth and care he puts into his work has never been in question, and if anything, it's improved. However, what I've come to respect most about York is his curiosity and his willingness to go outside his comfort zone. My class wasn't enough science, so he pursued summer opportunities in biology, and then his curiosity for subjects outside of the sciences became more evident in his 10th and 11th grade years. I have a few quotes from his teachers from the report cards, so bear with me a little bit. But Mr. Hermanson, his shamanism teacher, York struggled at first, but he never quits trying. Dave Welty, as his art teacher and ornithology teacher, York was a true pleasure to work with, creating work that was well thought out, superbly designed, and creatively strong. Mr. Bennett, his history teacher, says it was an absolute honor teaching York. And Mr. Douglas, one of our former math teachers, says York is truly one of the best mathematicians that I've ever had the pleasure to work with. So it gives a little color to that 4.3. Now as an upperclassman, what I've now seen is that intellectual curiosity extends outside the classroom into leadership roles. York is one of the very few students who serves in 2 leadership roles here, prefect and discipline committee. And what I respect about York's leadership style is that he is a servant leader. He leads with kindness, seeks to understand others, and leads for the betterment of the community, not for his own personal gain. Now as a senior, he'll be going out of his comfort zone once more by attending Johns Hopkins, a school he's never actually visited. But I'm so grateful that you chose me as your advisor this year, and you're very deserving of this award. Thank you.
I'm proud to be the advisor of this second winner of this award. This person has served Blue Ridge as a student leader in the dorms, on the field, and in clubs. He leads with a quiet confidence and poise. It's very fitting that this award belonged to an Air Service veteran, as this member will be going to the Navy Academy. He's the type of person who observes details with keen awareness, and he thinks carefully before acting. And those actions are always a reflection of concern for well-being of others and well-being for the school. And when times get tough, there's not a single person in this room that I'd rather have in my corner. Alex Jones, you are the second recipient of this award.
Bench president. Good morning. I'm Clint Alexander. I'm going to be awarding the Thomas H. Wilcox Jr. Award for outstanding roles from a prefect. The position of prefect is extremely difficult. And if you live in a boarding school, you know how important that role is. It's a 24/7 full-time job that requires the best students that we have. They're selected by their peers to earn this recognition, and they're counted on by the faculty to fulfill this role. Today is, as they said about Antietam, a great and terrible day. I'm trying to celebrate with you guys, but I gotta say goodbye to a bunch of people I love. And it's really hard. When Elaine and I arrived 3 years ago, I told Mr. Darren, I said, I'm gonna build a program based on character and values and great young men who love football, and I'm not gonna find football players to do it. They're out there, we gotta find them. Well, the young man that's gonna get this award was the Peter for us. He was a rock we built a foundation upon. I could count on him all the time. When I had a bad day, he picked me up. He played inside linebacker for us, was a two-time All-Stater, was a captain, and he was a better prefect than he was a captain. He was the guy I heard about every day, about how he was always out in the hall, helping other people, making sure that everybody was where they're supposed to be. As I sat in that chair and watched so many of you football guys get up and win awards that are based on character, it made my heart sing. Because you did something that had never been done. And we did it without ever focusing on winning. We never talked about winning. We talked about being the best people we could be and earn the right to win. You earned it every day. So Demetrius Allen, congratulations.
The Clark Worthington Award. Oh, Clint, you killed me. Jeez. Okay. The Clark Worthington Award goes to the senior who has had the most wholesome influence on the school community during his years. Oh, golly. As a student and a leader. Based on this description and the fact that I'm the one presenting this award, you can probably guess who the recipient is. The individual receiving this award is a man of extraordinary faith. He's known throughout campus as a consistent and conscientious student, leader, and athlete. He has a tremendous sense of humor, or at least he thinks he does, and he's willing to push the boundaries for what he believes is right. As a prefect and a captain on the lacrosse team, he's had the opportunity to serve and support others. He is the truest form of servant leadership I've seen in a long time. He understands that his role is to spread love, joy, and passion, all in the name of Christ. Whether he's helping a classmate with a difficult assignment, having a tough conversation with a teammate, or inviting friends and teachers to a game of pickleball, this brilliant leader exudes all of the qualities residing within wholesomeness. It is my honor to present the Clark Worthington Award to Jace Delinsky.
Hey guys. Hello everyone. My name is Dave Welty. I am the art teacher here and also the campus resident weirdo. It's probably a mistake to let me give this award, but giddy up, here we go. This is a St. George Award, and it goes to the senior who has responded best to the Blue Ridge School philosophy and demonstrated outstanding leadership. So this is the top dog. The ultimate dragon slayer, the cream of the crop, the bee's knees, the cat's pajamas, our rotten soldier, our sweet cheese, everyone's good time boy. And in order to give this prestigious award out, I'm gonna have to tell his origin story. It started way back during the hurricane of Decade 7, when the dread pirate came upon a small island off the coast of South Kakalaki. The governor there said, I will surrender my island to you, but only if you defeat my daughter in a game of mini-golf. And as everyone knows, by the pirate code, you cannot deny a challenge of mini-golf. So the battle ensued, and over the waves and the wind crashing against the island, they battled. And on the 18th hole, when the eye of the hurricane was directly above them, they both took their putt at the same time. The ball was rolled up and became lodged in the hole. And at that moment, a great lightning bolt came down. And after the smoke and the fire cleared, they looked upon the tiny golf balls. And they had hatched open. And inside was a tiny golden saxophone. And in the other was a freshly birthed, fully formed Cameron Moses. He waddled over to the saxophone, wrapped his tiny digits around it, and went, and with that sexy, sexy song, the pirate captain and the governor's daughter fell in love and decided to raise that boy as their own, which is what brings this beautiful family together with us today. This story was brought to you by ChatGPT. That was pretty close, yeah? Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Okay. But no, serious, I love the wording of this award. It's the senior that responded best to the Blue Ridge School philosophy. And it kind of gives a little ownership on our end about what we do here and the work that actually happens, because you had to respond to what we were trying to do. And what is the Blue Ridge School philosophy? Well, we didn't write it down because this is Blue Ridge, and we operate mostly on vibes. But there's a couple of things that over the years I think we've agreed to come that we really value. And the first is that the strength of character we value much more than strength of anything else, body or mind. Cam came here as a really good person, but within these walls, he was able to really forge himself into an empathetic soul. By serving in a lot of leadership roles, becoming a good friend, and leading by example every step of the way. The other ones that we value is that we value growth over achievement. And that doesn't mean that Cam hasn't achieved a great deal here. He has. He's gotten Headmasters list, Dean's list, AP classes. But when he first came here, and I asked him in his dorm room on that first day, is like, why are you at Blue Ridge? And he said that his grades at his old school weren't great. He kind of disappeared into the masses of being part of a bigger high school, and he just wanted an opportunity to do more here. And he understood that when you value growth over achievement, you're never done cooking. And he's always trying to live that growth mentality. And finally, community over individualism. Being here at an all-boys, all-boarding school is kind of tough because we all live here and we're all here together, and it's a very unique thing. It almost doesn't exist anywhere else anymore. And to be successful at that, you have to invest in it. You can't hide away or try and go home every weekend. Cam really lived here with us. He signed up for all the things. He went out, he hung out with the friends and played D&D or organized things for other guys to participate in. He's still a Smash Brothers champ. And finally, I think the things we value are courage over fear, and that means embracing courageous exploration over doubling down on what you're already good at. When he came here, he thought of himself as a soccer player, I think, above everything else. But he grew and he tried new things. He stepped into new roles and became the lead in the play this last winter, which was a beautiful and hilarious performance. He's mild and reserved for some of it, but he decided to step out of that comfort zone and become the guy that got up on stage and led things during assemblies every day. Cam filled his cup and came back for more, never afraid to fail and get better. And that's really what marks what we do here. What the St. George Award does for us is confirm that the magic we do here works, and the boys that come here develop into the men who we want to lead us into the future. And this year's leader is Cameron Moses. Come on up. Darren, Chairman Sasser, faculty, staff, underclassmen, families, friends, the class of 2025. Thank you guys for giving me the opportunity to speak with you all today. I'd especially like to thank my dear friend Elliot Nahone, who came to me about a month ago saying that he and some of his friends decided that since I'll be graduating with you all, that I would get to speak with you today. Elliot's been a tremendous leader and friend and citizen for the last few years, and I'm entirely thankful. It's a rare occasion, as this is the first graduation ceremony in recent memory, that the entire student body is here. This just makes my job that much harder. Not only do I have to give inspiring words to the graduating class, but this is also my swan song of a goodbye to a community which I so love. Despite all the nerves and emotions pumping through my veins, the good news is that for me, no matter if I make a fool of myself or drop an F-bomb, I can't really get fired.
but I will try to keep this somewhat short and sweet, so here we go. I've had the good fortune of working at Blue Ridge School for the past 6 years. While my time here comes to a close, I wanted to take a moment to reflect on what this place means to me. My first 3 years here were marked by some of the darker times of my life. With COVID, my father's suicide, and the deaths of my uncles and my cousin, it wasn't exactly an auspicious start. But thankfully, this community stood by me and supported me. With the challenges, it wasn't all bad. I also earned my doctorate from Vanderbilt. I came out, oh, thank you. I was also able to come out to students as gay for the first time, and I fostered some extraordinary, lasting connections. My time here was highlighted by some incredible theater productions with both Anna Gray Hogan and Brian McDonald. Many of my advisees and students became conference and state champions in lacrosse and football and track and field. And I took over as the director of the Fishburne Learning Center, a career-long goal of mine. I also experienced some of the more entertaining and extraordinary moments of my career here, such as Julian Perez singing about being his own grandpa, spending nights in the hospital in back-to-back years with my Canadian advisees who decided that they wanted their appendixes to explode. A student FaceTiming me to express his love for vodka pasta. Cameron's more colorful language when his D&D campaigns didn't go quite as planned. And pretty much every single conversation and experience with my dear friend, Cole Gibby Gibstein. So while I could go on, I don't want to embarrass too many people unless Dixon and Chetty, would you guys mind if I shared some of what you all discussed in FLC class? Yes? No? Okay. So it's been a wonderful, terrible, brilliant, and sometimes hot mess of an experience. And now it's time for my next step. Like these 46 extraordinary young men who sit before me, my future is a bit of a mystery. About a month ago, I decided to take a leap of faith and leave what has been my home and my comfort zone for the past 6 years. I'm not exactly sure what my future is going to look like, and that's okay. You see, what the graduates and I have in common is that Blue Ridge has equipped us with what we need to be successful. While the graduates learned many of these lessons from their teachers, their coaches, their advisors, their friends, I learned many of my lessons from you all. From guys like Lucas Andres and Eric Carroll, I learned how to be resilient in the face of setbacks and injuries. Dixon Hawkins and Oakley Fox taught me the value of forgiveness, that our past mistakes don't dictate who we are or where we're going. These two men are extraordinary and will continue to have profound impacts on the world. From Mason Lockwood and Charlie Smith, I learned that family and friends are the most important elements of life, and that we should hold on to and care for our relationships. They know how to foster deeper relationships in remarkable ways. Jay Stalinsky and Elijah Gill taught me the value of being tough and confident, yet kind and funny when necessary. They're able to command a room and comfort a friend like the best of them. So as a more resilient, forgiving, loving, and confident person, I'm ready to tackle the obstacles before me, just as you are ready for the trials ahead of you. In Greek mythology, the tragedy of Orpheus and Euripides teaches us the importance of faith and love and looking forward. Long story short, in order for these two young lovers to escape the underworld, they had to follow each other, and Orpheus could not look back. He had to have faith that she would be there, and that their future was secure. Sadly, he didn't have faith. And when he looked back, their journey ended. Today, we will take a leap of faith into the future, both literally in the sense of you all jumping into the lake, and metaphorically. We must know that the years from preschool until now have led you to where you are today. Each of us are equipped to handle an infinite number of obstacles that might come before us, and our job is to charge forward without holding on to the challenges of the past, but use what you've learned, embrace what you've experienced, and love what you have accomplished, and chart a way forward. As you forge forward in your path, you'll start to realize what was truly important during your time at Blue Ridge. The things that might have made you the most angry will become specks in your memory. Having to turn in cell phones, that nicotine violation, losing against North Cross, or that late night argument with your roommate, it should all dissolve away. What you will remember are the aspects of life that built you to who you are today. The time you lost a state championship, but then became a state champion the next year. Your first or last bow on stage. Hearing Mr. Darren announce your first and your final heads day. These are the memories on which to hold and to move forward. When I spoke at graduation a couple of years ago, I offered some advice to the seniors. I told the guys to reach out for help. Listen to their gut, work hard, and to say I love you. I thought these were fitting for that group, but for you all, I just have one more piece of advice. Work toward happiness. Life doesn't always just get better, and sometimes you have to get through a certain degree of discomfort in order to grow. Over the years, there have been too many times when I just sat back and waited to be happy. Whether it was waiting for someone to invite me to hang out, staring at the mirror, willing for my gut to shrink, or sitting on my couch instead of picking up the guitar to keep learning. I sometimes became an NPC in my own world. Happiness is earned rather than given. Although I sometimes don't always practice what I preach, I do know that working toward happiness is one of those fundamental elements of life. It's something your parents, your teachers, and your mentors are all constantly working on as well. My boys. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to graduate with you all today. To my advisees, Jace and Mason and Carter and Chetty and Findsey and Sawyer, thank you for being my foundation with AK Vice. To my FLC students, thank you for reminding me why I wanted to be a teacher in the first place. To the class of 2025, thank you all for making me a more resilient, forgiving, loving, and confident person. To my colleagues and friends, thank you for challenging me, for supporting me, and working with me to help ensure the success of our boys. I'm not sure what our future holds, and neither do you, and that's okay. I can assure you that we are ready. It's now time for me to say goodbye, for us to say goodbye, for you to say goodbye. It's time for us to use what we've learned to better ourselves and our worlds. It's time for us to take that leap of faith. I am undeniably proud of you all, and I'm honored to know you. Congratulations for earning this step in your lives. I love you guys.
Members of faculty, underclassmen, proud families, and most of all, the graduating class of 2025. My name is Jay Stalinsky, and I have the honor to be giving part of this year's graduation speech. First of all, congratulations on making it to this day. Congrats. I know a lot of today is going to be dedicated to what's to come and looking forward to college in the future. But it's also a day to reflect on what we've done with our years in high school. That's what I'm going to talk about. This school year has truly allowed us to grow and become the men that we strive to be. And even though this year was not at all how we pictured it, I'm so proud of each and every one of us for making it this far. I've only been at Blue Ridge for 2 years, but these 2 years have been truly life-changing for me. And I'm only going to speak of my personal experiences, but I know that each and every one of you have similar experiences to me. I know at all boys, all boarding school is definitely not the easiest thing in the world. Whether you have an argument with your roommate and yet you still have to go back to your dorm and spend the night with them and it's really weird, or you're walking in the halls and you see that same teacher for the 5th time that day and you're not sure whether to say hi or just awkwardly walk past. Or maybe the hardest part, at least it was for me, is being away from your family and your loved ones for the majority of a year. But either way, all of these challenges are something I'm very grateful for, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to meet all of you boys and make lifelong friendships. So for that, I'm extremely thankful to all of you. I came from a very small school. It was around 300 students from K to grade 12, and I attended that school for a decade. And all those kids that I grew up with, my whole life, I never really made any meaningful connections with them. And I used to think that it was my fault and I needed to be more personable. But when I came to this school, I saw this community that instantly I got accepted to. Everybody is like-minded. We all have something that we are striving for, goals that we want to accomplish. And I know we hear it all the time, but this community truly is something special. And I just want to thank you guys again for making this class something that I'm proud to be a part of. And each and every one of you has been a huge blessing to me. So thank you for that. But one message that I really want to stress is that none of this would have been possible without the support of our families, friends, and our teachers. As a parent, I can only imagine how hard it is to send your teenage son off to a school where you can no longer look after him. They really let go of a piece of themselves and trust it to the faculty on this campus. And whether or not we always saw eye to eye with the teachers, they looked out for us in the best way they knew how. Not necessarily giving us the easy path, but the one that led us to become the men that we are today. So as we go on to bigger and better things, which I know that all of us will do, make sure we remember the amount of support we've had from everybody, our values and beliefs that molded us into the men that we are, and will continue to strive to be. Thank you.
My name is Jackson Recorder, and I'll be delivering the other half of the graduation speech. I'm gonna get right into it. In the Odyssey, told by Homer, which was never written down, entirely memorized, it tells of Odysseus in his 20-year journey, spanning from the shores of Troy to his hometown of Ithaca. It was a journey full of challenges, setbacks, and moments that tested the very core of Odysseus. But what made his journey legendary wasn't just the battles he fought, it was his unyielding resolve and the confidence he carried through every trial. His journey was not about perfection. It was about perseverance and the belief that he would, one way or another, find his home. In many ways, our time at Blue Ridge has been our own kind of odyssey. There were times when the path seemed clear, and times when it didn't. We faced our own storms, but we kept moving, not just because we had to, but because we believed we could. Confidence, we learned, is not arrogance. It's faith in our ability to adapt, to learn, and to overcome. But more than that, it's how we build confidence. Each time we stumble and get back up, we prove to ourselves we can. We can stand tall again. We learn to understand before we act. When we do, we act with purpose and grace. Odysseus never forgot who he was or where he came from, even when it would have been easier to give up. That's the lesson we carry with us. In a world that will try to challenge you, try to pull you off course, remember who you are. Hold tight to your beliefs, even when it's difficult, because standing firm in what you believe is not just strength, it's character. The road ahead won't always be smooth. There will be moments when the current seems too strong, and the way forward seems impossible. Remember this, the storms are part of the journey. They make the destination worth reaching. So, like Odysseus, keep moving forward, no matter how long it takes, no matter how rough the waters get. Move with purpose, act with grace. Believe in yourself enough to keep going, even when the winds aren't in your favor. Confidence isn't knowing you'll succeed every time. It's about knowing you'll find the way forward, even if you don't. As we leave Blue Ridge, we take with us the lessons we've learned, memories we've made, and the confidence we've built along the way. I look back at my time at Blue Ridge and the trials and tribulations we faced. And I look out at your faces, and I say with certainty and with pride that we have won. Gentlemen, I speak to you now from the ruins of Troy. It's time to step off the dock and get into that water. This is just the beginning of our own epic journeys. So, class of 2025, go out there and write your own legend. Fail early, fail often, but always get back up. Stand firm in who you are. Understand before you act, and when you do, act with purpose and with grace every time. And above all, keep moving forward with confidence. I look forward to dining with you all in the halls of Ithaca. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Keeble. Thank you, Jace. Thank you, Jackson. Well done, gentlemen. Now, on to the reason we have all gathered here today, the awarding of diplomas for the class of 2025. Before we begin, I want to introduce to you all the chairman of our Board of Trustees, alumnus Mr. Robert Sasser, class of 1982. Mr. Sasser will be the ones handing the diplomas to our graduates. Mr. Sasser, thank you for being here. And finally, when I announce a graduate, I ask that his family and his advisor stand in proud recognition, but I ask all of us here on this lawn to hold your applause until I announce his college or future plans. Thank you. Yi, Vice President from Dongguan, Guangdong, China, accompanied by Mr. Fan Yi, Mrs. Helen Yi, Mr. Benny Yi, and Mr. James Yi, class of 2027. A four-year student will attend Johns Hopkins University. Gabriel Joel Ekayu, class representative from Kampala, Uganda. Accompanied by Mr. Peter Ekayu, Mrs. Celia Emusu, and Mr. Doneth Emusu, a two-year student will attend Hampton University. Cameron Titus Moses, class representative from Hilton Head, South Carolina, accompanied by Mr. Michael Moses and Mr. Nathan Moses. A two-year student will attend Clemson University. Demetrius Winston Allen from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, accompanied by Mr. Marcus Allen, Mrs. Nadia McKenzie, and family. A two-year student will attend Queen's University of Canada, sorry. Lucas Andres Monrabal from Valencia, Spain, accompanied by Mrs. Marcia Kozlowski, a one-year student, will attend Mid-America Christian University. Lambert Felix Brokamp from Düsseldorf, Germany, accompanied by Mrs. Verena Brokamp and Mr. Jürgen Brokamp, a two-year student. He's still deciding. Eric Lamar Carroll Jr. from Dublin, California, accompanied by Mr. Eric Carroll Sr., Mrs. Ayana Carroll, and Ms. Kaylin Carroll. A three-year student will attend Sacramento State University. Jonathan Choplin Reyes from Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, accompanied by Mrs. Fiordaliza Reyes, Ms. Emily Choplin, and Ms. Francesca de los Santos. A two-year student, he's also still deciding. Chase Josiah Dolinsky from Olds, Alberta, Canada, accompanied by Mr. Dan Dolinsky, Mrs. Sally Dolinsky, Ms. Abigail Dolinsky, and Ms. Micah Dolinsky. A two-year student will attend Rochester Institute of Technology. Isaac Zoye Dolo from Lynn, Massachusetts, accompanied by Mr. Gunlese Dolo, Mrs. Comfort Dolo, Mr. Jeremy Jackley, Mr. Z Dolo, Ms. Dolel Dolo, Ms. Cynthia Tessie, Mr. Kevin Kelly, Mr. Sammy Fort, class of 2019, and Mr. Kiwi Fort, a two-year student, will attend Hampton University. Tristan Lee Fitzpatrick from Easton, Pennsylvania, accompanied by Mrs. Damaris Vanderhall and family. A two-year student will attend Minot State University. Oakley Lewis Fox from Raleigh, North Carolina, accompanied by Mrs. Andrea Fox, Mr. Neil Fox, Mr. Jackson Fox, Mrs. Betsy Oakley, Mr. Mitchell Oakley, Mrs. Rebecca Walsh, and Mr. John Walsh. A four-year student will attend Elon University. John Gasasira from Kisoro, Uganda. Accompanied by Mr. Alex Gasasira, Mrs. Jean Gasasira, and Ms. Francine Gasasira. A three-year student will attend Lake Forest College. Cole Ryder Gibstein from Glen Head, New York, accompanied by Mrs. Janine Gibstein, Mr. Edward Gibstein, and Ms. Ava Gibstein. A two-year student will attend Iona University. Elijah Sukinder Douglas Gill from Surrey, BC, Canada, accompanied by Mrs. Cheryl Gill, Mr. Rick Gill, Mr. Isaiah Gill, class of 2024, and Mrs. Joy Medley. A three-year student will attend Quinnipiac University. Zachariah Yanis Habili from Bamako, Mali, accompanied by Mr. Salim Hamili, Mrs. Greta Hamili, Mr. Ilyas Hamili, and Ms. Nora Hamili. A 3-year student will attend Radford University. Dixon Everett Hawkins from Grosse Pointe Park, Michigan. Accompanied by Mrs. Ann Hawkins, Mr. Adam Hawkins, Mr. Harris Hawkins, and Ms. Emerson Hawkins. A 3-year student will attend Lynn University. Nicholas Kingsley House from Bel Air, Florida, accompanied by Mr. Kyle House, Ms. Nicole House, Ms. Cindy Sider, Ms. Sophie House, Mr. Wilbert Huners, and Ms. Louise Huners. A 1-year student will attend Radford University. Logan Hughes from Pembroke Pines, Florida, accompanied by Mrs. Sharon Hughes, Mr. Danny Hughes, Ms. Megan Hughes, Ms. Madison Hughes, and Mr. JoJo Jackyback. A 3-year student will attend Clemson University. DeMaio Dier Hunter from Culpeper, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Amy Hunter, Mr. Dana Hunter, Mr. Diego Hunter, and Mr. Diaz Hunter. A 2-year student will attend Shepherd University. Van Helwen Igiraneza, the Youth Ambassador to the United Nations. The Youth Ambassador to the United Nations from Bujumbura, Burundi. Accompanied by Mr. Alois Sindi Hebra, Mr. Epipode Sabiakare, and his brothers, including Mr. Helva Igiraneza, class of 2026. A 3-year student will attend the George Washington University. Alexander Cameron Jones Aiken from King George, Virginia, accompanied by Dr. James Aiken and Mrs. Sonia Aiken. A 4-year student will attend the United States Naval Academy. Angumia Christian Kangaho. Stratton Todd Kidder from Roanoke, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Jennifer Kidder, Mr. Bryant Kidder, Ms. Stella Kidder, Mr. Sabin Kidder, and Ms. Sydney Kidder. A 3-year student will attend Virginia Polytechnic and State University. Go Hogs! Mason Thomas Lockwood from King George, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Ashley Lockwood, Mr. Ryan Lockwood, and Ms. Peyton Lockwood. A 2-year student will attend Roanoke College. Taylor Robert Mandel from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, accompanied by Mr. David Mandel and Mrs. Brandy Blinn. A 3-year student will attend Trident Tech while pursuing his commercial pilot's license. Jackson McWhorter from Jacksonville, Florida, accompanied by Mrs. Lisa McWhorter, Mr. Stanton McWhorter, Mr. Liam McWhorter, Mr. Mason McWhorter, Mrs. Ann McWhorter, Mr. Dick McWhorter, Ms. Madison Burgett, and Ms. Stephanie Burgett. A 4-year student will attend Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Jacob Kenneth Miller from Binghamton, New York, accompanied by Mr. Josh Miller, Mrs. Heather Miller, Mr. Henry Miller, Mrs. Judith Miller, and Mr. Kenneth Miller. A 1-year student will attend the State University of New York at Cortland. Elliot Naum from Marseille, France. Accompanied by Mr. Samuel Naum and Mrs. Muriel Naum, a 3-year student will attend Dickinson College. Aito Omuda from Tokyo, Japan, accompanied by Mr. Kenichi Omuda, Mrs. Chiaki Omuda, Ms. Kana Omuda, and Mr. Kengo Omuda. A 3-year student will attend Chapman University. Julian Moises Perez from Chesapeake, Virginia, accompanied by Mr. Joseph Perez, Mrs. Rosa Jimenez, Ms. Claudia Perez, and Mr. Javier Perez. A 3-year student will attend George Mason University. Camilo McKay Pettit from Cartersville, Georgia, accompanied by Mr. Charlie Pettit, Mrs. Cerie Pettit, and Mr. Case Pettit. A 2-year student will enlist in the U.S. Navy. Braden Ragland from Charlottesville, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Melissa Ragland, Mr. Chandler Ragland, and family. A 4-year student will attend Mount St. Mary's University. Jonathan Robinson from Garner, North Carolina, accompanied by Mr. Jerome Robinson, Mrs. Amy Robinson, Mr. Jeremy Robinson, Mr. Justin Robinson, and Ms. Mia Ramirez. A 1-year student, he's also still deciding. Samai from Marshall, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Dylan Samai, Mr. James Samai, and Mr. Colby Samai. A 2-year student will attend Randolph-Macon College. Jackson Sanders from El Centro, California, accompanied by Mrs. Stephanie Sanders, Mr. Jimmy Sanders, and Ms. Camila Castillo. A 1-year student will take a gap year. Charles Dooley Searby from Washington, D.C., accompanied by Mr. David Searby, Mrs. Christine Dooley, Ms. Jackie Searby, Mr. Davy Searby, and Ms. Kira Searby. A 4-year student will attend Denison University. Colin Stephen Sealing from Williamsburg, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Michelle Sealing and Mr. Steve Sealing. A 1-year student will attend Longwood University. Charles Carter Smith from St. Michael's, Maryland, accompanied by Mrs. Carter Smith, Mr. Lawrence Smith, Mr. Tierney Smith, Mr. John Ong, and Ms. Lynn Ong. A 2-year student will attend Lynn University. Darius Tyshawn Stafford from Culpeper, Virginia, accompanied by Mr. Darrell Comfort, Mrs. Janice Brock, Mr. Wayne Shanks, Mr. Robert Brock, Mr. Carl Shanks, and Ms. Cynthia Stafford. A 2-year student will attend Concord University. Ristan Tomic from Munster, Indiana, accompanied by Mr. Ostoya Tomic, Mrs. Mimi Tomic, Mr. Damian Tomic, and Mr. Milan Tomic, class of 2026. A 1-year student will attend Indiana University, Bloomington. Luca Roberto Vervlu from Ottawa, Canada, accompanied by Mrs. Tanya Vervlu, Mr. Michel Vervlu, and Ms. Laura Vervlu. A 2-year student will attend University of Manitoba. Colby White from Buckingham, Virginia, accompanied by Mrs. Christy White, Mr. Caleb White, and Mrs. Cheryl White. A 3-year student will attend Shepherd University. Yodai Yamaji from Tokyo, Japan, accompanied by Mr. Tetsuo Yamaji, Mrs. Kumi Yamaji, and Mrs. Anne Boucher. A 3-year student will attend Menlo College. And finally, Igor Zenoliv Gladyshev from Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, accompanied by Mr. Kilivio Tio, Mrs. Anna Gladisheva, and Mr. Mark Tio Gladyshev. A 3-year student will attend Penn State University. behalf of the staff and faculty of Blue Ridge School, I am immensely proud to present the now graduating class of 2025. Before I turn it over to Reverend Garcia for the benediction, I want to remind everyone what Ms. Wilkins said at the beginning. Please keep these aisles clear for your own safety. The running the bulls is about to begin. And I want to just say a final thank you to all the family members, friends, loved ones in attendance for your partnership with us at Blue Ridge School on this important part of their lives. We are very grateful to all of you. Thank you.
The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace.
Willie, watch.
Preston, Tony.
That's a guard, bro. I should have that blood.
Mace.
Yo, we need pictures.
Yeah, I need to go find my parents, bro. I didn't hear my parents didn't play for
Congratulations. Yes, absolutely.
Great year, great.
Wanna go jump?
I had a good. Yup. Soon, pretty soon here. Yo. Just Mason.
Jacob, you jumping in or no?
Yeah, I gotta get a picture first. Just one quick. Throw this on each other. There you go. Can you give me to hold that? Yeah. Where'd everyone else go? I got your water too.
Oh, thank you. Hi, how are you? This is my sister. Hi, I'm Amber Ridicell. It's nice to meet you. Oh, wonderful. Joe, cut it out. You can't even see it. It's all the way up here. So you can't even see it. It's barely seen.
4 years old. I bought extra years. Earn that thing. Earn that thing. State title. State title. Now he said he got 4. He got 2 more coming. State title. Yeah. Well, clean too. Clean. Get this. I can't even ground the brain.
I think we might have to come where they're walking.
You gotta switch it. You gotta they're all OG. Maybe if you guys stay in here. No, it's not. She said maybe if y'all get a good game. Wow, okay. We also got to take
Strat, come here.
You want a cigar? Big boss king. You gotta get it, you gotta let it right. You gotta ask him how to do it.
with it. Isaac! Pick up this on your friend. Come on, let's everybody get ready. Not mine.
Where's that? You guys got good ones. Now the light.
Sure.
I'm still gonna get on my phone. I want to compare. I'm saying.